LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Los Angeles Lakers brought their talents to Detroit to take on the woeful Pistons. As great as the Big Two in LA can be, this game was controlled by number one, D'Angelo Russell, making plays for AD and for sure himself. How about D'Lo scoring a game-high 35 points and dropping 9 assists? The Lakers are already up double digits. And then you can't forget about this dude, LeBron, going baseline. Just like wine, this dude somehow, some way is getting better with time. More LeBron and AD. 2 misses by King James. Anthony Davis got his back. I got to clean up what my bro messed up. This time around, LeBron ain't missing no more. More dunks from LeBron in year 21. Now let me see the range. King James for 3. Lakers up by 24 in the third and counting. Check out AD not only alter this shot, but get the ball out to Mr. You-Know-Who. And he did you-know-what. LeBron, another dunk. Looking real 28-ish is King James. And if some is good, more is better. D'Lo. This is arguably his best game that he's played as a Los Angeles Laker. This time around, it's Russell nailing threes. And how about going back to do it again? LeBron hanging in the air, going to his left, but somehow making the right play. Y'all see what I did there? It's the Lakers rolling past Detroit, 133-107. Zion Williamson got an early Christmas gift as he welcomes back his teammate CJ McCullum, who missed 12 games due to a collapsed lung. The Philadelphia 76ers are in town, kinda. No Joel Embiid, which means the rim is open to do stuff like that. Brandon Ingram with the somehow, some way for his team. He made a play finish. And then here comes McCullum, picking up where he left off, the 3. And then McCullum up top to Herb Jones for the old alley-oop. Pelicans in full control of this one, second quarter. Zion, Lil Boy Day tomorrow. Chest to chest, man to man, what you put in the gym versus what Zion did, and Mr. Williamson likes his chances. McCullum walking back to a new team. The Pelicans, ladies and gentlemen, have not played a lot of minutes together at full strength. Well, they're healthy now. Look at Herb Jones go behind the back to you-know-who. Zion didn't do a lot of missing in this game. The Sixers picked up on that, and they decided to stop him before he got going in the third. A take foul on Zion, but there's only so much taking you could do. What about when he gets it off the lob? 11 of 12 from the field goes Zion, 33 points. The Pelicans, as of right now, running away with this one as Herb Jones. It'll end up in the hands of B.I. and Ingram. Knows what to do with it. Top of the key 3, a 27-point game. But it's the NBA, though. Everybody makes a run. Even when you don't got your MVP, here comes Philly, DeAnthony Melton. And then Maxey, you already know what type of time he been on all year. 33 points for Tyrese. It's an 8-point game. McCullum says, enough of that, I'm back now. CJ with the floater, and it's the Pelicans getting the dub. 20 points, 5 assists in CJ's return game. 124-114 is your final from New Orleans. Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen. Reigning Rookie of the Year, Paolo Banchero's got a squad that's playing very hard for him. The Orlando Magic hosting the Washington Wizards. Kyle Kuzma, a blow-by and a throwdown. On the other end, Suggs inside to Anthony Black, beautiful dime. A little whoop-de-doo pass, easy layup. Orlando's got a lot of guys that can do a lot of things. Cole Anthony on a solo trip, he'll come away with a bucket. Team ball leads to an Anthony 3, and that's money. Orlando up by 8 in the second. Look at some team ball by the Wizards. We don't say that too often. Poole finding Denny Avdia. A throwdown, beautiful cut. Back to the Suggs show. No cut needed. Just straight grind and determination. Throw down finish. And then Banchero Like, anything my guy can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. How about Suggs in the third quarter? Okay. Oh, that's how you feel, huh? You keeping it real, huh? We bringing out the 360 jam? Suggs and the Magic trying to take off. Jordan Poole like, hold on now. He gets the steal. Kuzma gets the finish. Kyle had 23 points and 6 assists. It's a 4-point game when Franz Wagner decides to take over. Nails the 3. And his game's so nice, he probably should make it twice. Another 3 from Franz. And then you know Ingles will find you in transition. How about Franz Wagner, 31 points to lead Orlando. This game is pretty much over. It's showtime. How about Suggs and Anthony connecting on the old LeBron D-Wade alley-oop? Didn't look as good, but you get the memo. The Magic rolled past the Wizards, 139-120. Pascal Siakam and the Toronto Raptors got their hands full. Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns were riding a 7-game winning streak as they took their talents to Canada. In the first, though, good Raptors basketball got them sitting pretty. Siakam making a plethora of difficult-looking shots. And then Scotty Barnes pulls off the move on Yuta Watanabe. But look at him freezing Yuta right in his tracks. KD almost turns that thing over. When you're so great, sometimes the ball just kind of flies to your hand. Durant scoops it up and scores. As Devin Booker goes up for the midi, it's blocked by OG Anunoby. Schroeder gets the rock, and he's always looking for the showtime play to Siakam, who scores at the rim plus the foul. Durant is no longer losing the ball. He's keeping it, and he knows exactly what to do with it. An 8-point Raptors lead, though. As we go to the third, Devin Booker kicked his season off on the injury list for the Suns. Could have easily went right back. He steps on the foot of a Raptors player, and that's an ankle sprain. Booker would leave the game, but he would return, and he would return to some good Suns momentum as Jusuf Nurkic nails the 3, and just like that, Phoenix has got the lead. The fourth quarter we go. Booker's back. Scotty Barnes never left. And 1 right at Book. Raptors back in control of this one, up by a couple possessions. It's Nurkic finding Durant. 4-point game, 2:20 to go. Nurkic working out of the post. Jusuf, thank you, ma'am. A 2-point game. Closing seconds here. Raptors got to get one up before the shot clock expires. It's Schroeder putting this game away in front of Drake. Raptors get the it wasn't easy win. Scotty Barnes had 23. Siakam had 22 points. 112-105 is your final. Jamal Murray made his return to that Denver Nuggets lineup after missing 11 games due to a hamstring injury. This was almost the shortest return in NBA history as Murray makes his move. He lands awkwardly on his right ankle. Oh no. But Jamal's like, I already missed 11 games. I'm not missing more time. And just to prove to you I'm good, it's Murray nailing the near half-court three-pointer. I think he's okay. And then Murray passing to Nikola Jokic for the deuce. By the way, if you're not feeling the greatest, you got a really good person to pass it to until you get healthier. Couple guys, actually, MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., all he does is shoot. He nails the 3. The former Nugget, Uncle Jeff Green. Come on now, Unc. I got respect and love for you. It's time to let that hairline go. Green nails the 3, though. Other end, Murray with a 3 of his own. And then MPJ doing something you never see him do, making a pass. I think Jokic was shot. How about Nikola dunking it down on Alperen Şengün, his protege? And then MPJ going back to what I know him to do, which was not passing. He nails another 3. He was cooking in this one. At the half, by the way, Jokic had 17, 12, and 7. I said at the half. Şengün trying to help bring the Rockets back, but who's going to stop that man? Jokic getting pretty much everything he wanted. It's a 19-point game. Jalen Green decides to join the highlight. It's Green with the deuce. It's Green stepping back. The Rockets have given the Nuggets some troubles this year. Already beat them twice. Jokic and company said it ain't gonna be 3 times in 1 year. How about Jokic finding Braun for 3? And then Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's gonna close this highlight off, just like the finals. KCP for 3. Nikola Jokic, ladies and gentlemen, on a random night in the NBA in November, it goes 32 points, 15 assists, and 10 rebounds. He is really great. Nuggets finally beat the Rockets by 10. De'Aaron Fox and the Los Angeles Clippers got a front row seat at just how dangerous the Los Angeles Clippers could be if everything goes right. First quarter, it's Harden and Fox exchanging buckets, but then from there on, it was pretty much all LAC. How about Harden looking like Houston Harden with the threes, and then some defense from the bearded one, some offense from the bearded one. James Harden with the steal, the stare down, and the 3. The Clippers are up by 8 in the second. How about Brody finding Kawhi, an easy jam, and PG 1-3 like everybody else scoring? Let me get some. He nails the 3. Harden now finding George, another 3. The Kings have had difficulties in the past guarding the Clippers. That's why they score so many points when these two teams play each other, let alone with everybody healthy. Leonard just going crazy. He was 14 of 18 from the field. The Kings have no answer for Kawhi Leonard. Every time these two teams play, they have no answer for Kawhi, let alone when Harden's making plays and passes like that. The bearded one had 26 points and 6 assists. Ivica Zubac joins the fun. And then Kawhi, nobody stops him. That's an and 1. Leonard with the red poster jam. Kawhi had himself a game. How about 34 points, 9 rebounds? The Clippers do something that a lot of teams do not do. I'm going to blame the course on this one. Look at Mike Brown give Ty Lue the look. You got me look. LAC beats the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento, 131-117. The Atlanta Hawks had their work cut out for them against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. We're in Texas, which means Wembanyama is comfortable. The big fella, an easy juice. Wemby, couple dimes in this one. That one inside the Collins. And then Wembanyama stopping, popping, and pulling the midi. The Spurs controlled this game for most of it. Wemby with the block. Other end we go is Vassell for show. Devin with the throwdown. Look at Wembanyama telling Trae Young, you'll get nothing and you will like it. DeJounte Murray is going to nail a 3 as the Hawks cut the deficit down to 4. But then here comes Sacramento again. Keldon Johnson, 2 hands for safety. Third quarter, more good Spurs basketball. Pop got these boys playing hard. It's Wemby, all a part of his 21-point, 12 rebound, 4 block night. And then Vassell with the somehow, some way for his team. He made a play finish. Vassell had 25. But as we close out the third quarter, Ice Trae really got it going. Look at Young with the 3. And then look at this shot over Wembanyama. Oh, that's how you feel, huh? You keeping it real, huh? And then more Trae in the 4th. Nutmegging Keldon Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu, an easy one. Here's Wemby finding Sohan with a beautiful dime of his own. Jeremy had a career-high 33 points. We're tied at 121. It's Young to Capella. The Hawks got the lead, and Young's going glass. How? Ice Trae taking over on both ends of the court with his team up a deuce in the closing seconds. Atlanta turns it over, but look at the most important play of the game made by guess who? Ice Trae takes the charge. This all a part of his 45-point, 14 assists. Masterpiece of a performance. The Hawks come back to beat the Spurs by 2. Chicago Bulls without some key weapons. Let me set the vibe for you. There's no DeMar DeRozan. There's no Zach LaVine. Milwaukee had all of their key cogs. Bucks at the Bulls. Man, oh man, this one's gonna shock you. Nothing shocking about Giannis and Dame putting in work. That's how this highlight kicks off. Bucks take the 5-point lead. But Chicago, without their key pieces, came to play. They still got a gentleman by the name of Nikola Vucevic. He was getting to the money in this one. Vucevic giving the Bulls the 2-point lead. Let's go to the second quarter. In the second, Ayo DeSomo with the crossover, pulling up over the Greek Freak. Don't mind if I do. Other end is Dame. 18 points, 13 assists for Lillard. A different kind of stat line for Dame Dollar, his first season in Milwaukee. Third quarter, it's Giannis going right downtown Chicago, and literally nobody and they mama wanted to stop this dude. Giannis had 26 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks. A man's game for a great player. Former Buck, though, Javon Carter finishes the deuce. And then Torrey Craig, a midi. He's got some recent history with Milwaukee. The Bucks are now trailing. Malik Beasley, though, would step up and knock in a couple of big-time three-pointers. He can't miss anymore. He had 19 points. The Bucks are down a deuce. It's Lillard, this time finding Lopez in the corner for 3. Brook was 6 of 10 from behind the line. Bucks up by a point. Looking to take care of business late is Giannis with the rejection on Patrick Williams. The Bucks get fouled, make a couple free throws. It's 106-103. Last chance for Chicago. It's Caruso going right, tying this game up at 106. The 3 at the buzzer over Lopez. Alex had 11 points. We would go to overtime in the extra fun. It's Vucevic, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Bucks gotta have a score late in OT. They not gonna get it. The Bulls will, though. Patrick Williams finishes off a big-time short-handed win for Chicago, and for Milwaukee's one of those losses you think about late in the year. 120-113 is your final. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren got an opportunity to show the stars of today that we got next. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Lakers in OKC to take on the Thunder. First quarter, AD, beautiful move over Holmgren to get the deuce. And then AD putting Shai Gilgeous in that post and letting them know it's Lil Boy Day tomorrow. The Lakers take the early 12-point lead. But OKC, they got game and they got pace. Like their leader, SGA, deuce plus the foul. And then Jalen Williams, grown man move. He had 21 points. LeBron still chasing down shots. Let me get that. Off the glass goes the king. But we're still on OKC side of things. They tied this game up at 46 off the jump shot. And then in transition, off the steal from SGA. Again, he's just moving at his own pace. Speaking of paces, this guy right here moves at a frenetic pace. And guess what? Even in year 21, you're still not going to stop it. LeBron James has been really froggy over the last week. He throws down another jab. Other end, it's SGA inside the Holmgren for the deuce. And that was the theme of the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander and Holmgren taking over for OKC, who took over this basketball game. It's a 12-point affair. And then Holmgren blows by AD and scores. Chet had 18 points and 5 rebounds in this one. It's all he really needed to do because his right-hand man took care of the rest. Alexander spinning, winning, and dealing. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander even with LeBron trying his best, wasn't good enough. 33 points, 7 assists from SG8. Good games from LeBron and AD. LeBron had 21, 12, and 6. AD had 31 points, but neither were good enough to help the Lakers beat OKC. Just like LeBron's number, the Thunder win by 23. Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Clippers both looking to figure things out before it's too late. We're in the Yay area. No Andrew Wiggins. He was out to a finger injury. Who shall step up with all the stars on the court? First quarter, James Harden is the first. The bearded one had 18 points. On the other end, this gentleman by the name of Wardell is still flat-foot incredible. Curry, ladies and gentlemen, continues to just nail three-pointers. He thought he played some great defense as well. He's called for a foul. Ref allows him a little lip, but then even Steph's got to get a hit with a technical foul, a very rare one. Usually Draymond's getting all the T's in San Francisco. Steph gets a T, but then he also gets some help from this Warriors bench that's been pretty lethargic most of this season. Not the easiest job in the world with all of these stars and declining stars in Golden State. But shout out to Dario Saric, Jonathan Kuminga, and Brandon Podziemski making plays. The Warriors got the 8-point lead third quarter. It's Kawhi Leonard. He had 23 points. Curry could care less off the steal. Steph going right at Harden, using his right. A crafty finish from one of the game's greatest ever. Steph sticking with that right hand because it was working. The Warriors pretty much controlled this game from start to finish. It's Klay Thompson, 3 of his 22 points. And then Klay Thompson, another 3 of his 22. The hard way, though, and flexing a little bit in the grill of PG-13. Curry. It's like, all right, if the lane's just going to continue to be wide open. The Clippers tried their small ball lineup. The only problem is it was a small ball lineup. Curry and the Warriors take advantage of it. He had 26, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. Warriors win 120-114. Good game to watch. Mikal Bridges and the Brooklyn Nets hosting Miles Bridges and the Charlotte Hornets. No LaMelo Ball. He'll be reevaluated after spraining his right ankle. Here's one of the Bridges. Mikal nailing the 3. Nets take the 1-point lead. Brooklyn got some much-needed reinforcements. By the way, welcome back Cam Thomas. Missed the last 9 games. He's back and right back to where he left off. A 26-point return game for take a shot, make a shot Cam. Gordon Hayward turning back the clock just a tad, nailing the 3. And then I don't know if this is even turning back the clock. I ain't never seen Gordon Hayward get up like this. Gordon Hayward had 22 points. Third quarter, it's the Hornets down 1. Scary Hours makes an appearance. Terry Rozier didn't mind a few extra minutes with LaMelo down. He took advantage of it. And Bridges taking advantage of the opportunity just to be back, throwing down some sensational dunks. This one right here, I miss Miles Bridges. Every game he giving you one of them. It's Miles throwing down the monster jam to give the Hornets the lead. Terry Rozier had 13 dimes to go along with 37 points. Cam Johnson returns the favor with a poster junk of his own on Mark Williams. We call that the watch your head top jam. We're tied at 120. Rozier nailing one of Charlotte's 21 three-pointers made in this basketball game. Rozier putting the Hornets up by 3. There's 10 seconds to go. Hornets still lead by a point. They had to get a shot up because the shot clock was winding down. They missed, which gives the Nets an opportunity to win at the buzzer. Love the unselfish basketball from Dinwiddie. He finds Cam, who cannot find the bottom of the net on what would have been the game-winning three-pointer. Hornets win a tight one by 1. Welcome to episode 35 of the Hoops Ferro podcast. Thank y'all so much for the continued support. I'm yours truly, the one and only Ferro. Got great announcements coming in the next couple of weeks. I cannot wait to unveil some of these things that I have been working on behind the scenes for y'all to make the platform even more intriguing day in, day out. With that being said, if you have not done so, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Literally the best way to show me that you're supporting the grind. Let's go ahead and make that marriage official. And then every time you watch a video and if you enjoying the content, drop a like for your boy. I truly appreciate the time, the love, and support is what we will never take for granted. Now, I wanted to take this episode after all the highlights that I showed you guys. I wanted to talk about Charlotte. I wanted to talk about Chicago. And I wanted to finish with LeBron because he is LeBron. We got some LeBron news here, kinda. Let's start with the Charlotte Hornets. One of the best NBA reporters that we got, Jake Fisher, who is now of Yahoo Sports, was recently on a podcast, I believe, and he had some interesting comments to make about Miles Bridges. He said, I'm definitely starting to shift into looking at Charlotte as a definite seller right now. There's been plenty of whispers about a potential changeover in the front office and the coaching staff after the season. They only have 1 year with Miles Bridges. All of his off-the-court stuff aside, talking about this strictly from a basketball standpoint, when he signs the qualifying offer and he is going into unrestricted free agency, there's not a lot of confidence or expectation around the league that Miles is going to be back in Charlotte. Listen, I understand that Bridges has had a crap ton of stuff go on off the court. And by the way, it feels like he's still got some issues lingering. You know, Miles, if I were you, bruh, you got to clean your personal life up by any means necessary because you are costing yourself. I mean, I can't even, the number is we're talking about probably what, $50-60 million right now? I'm being honest with you. This dude should be playing on a $30-40 million deal easily. LaMelo Ball, I believe, is the Hornets' best player. I don't think many people are out there disputing that. Obviously, they got a lot of faith and confidence that one day Brandon Miller will hold that title. But for now, it's LaMelo. I would argue, though, the most important piece to winning in Charlotte has been and continues to be Miles Bridges. Just look at that team over the last couple weeks. I know LaMelo's down with injury again, but can you see just the way they play when Bridges is in that lineup, the excitement on the team? I'm looking at the bench, how much they get up because you know you got a Miles Bridges dunk coming down the pipeline, and when he's not in the game, you might have a Mark Williams dunk coming down the pipe. That team plays with so much more excitement, fervor. LaMelo just feeds off of literally LaMelo since the moment we heard Miles was coming back. He's been playing on another level right now. I know Ball can ball out no matter who else is aside him. But it just feels like Miles Bridges is the key to LaMelo's puzzle, that missing piece. And look, again, I know Miles has had a lot of stuff go on. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff me and you are not privileged to behind the scenes that's happened behind Miles Bridges pretty much missing an entire season and in the suspension. Like, I'm sure Charlotte has had their hands full behind the scenes. All I'm saying, though, is if dude is able to get his personal life personal, this is a fantastic piece to LaMelo's puzzle. Are we sure we're good on Miles? He's one of those players that I could very well see not getting a crap ton of interest around the league because he's not going to space the floor. He's one of those athletic bigs that come around, and he's smaller than a DeAndre Jordan. He's, around the same height as a Blake Griffin, right? Like, these guys don't have 10 to 12 teams clamoring for them in free agency because oftentimes teams would have to change their style of play to literally get the most out of them. I don't see 10 teams paying $40 million for Miles Bridges. All I'm saying is if this comes down to the Hornets swallowing some pride, saying, yo, this dude is good for basketball reasons, I don't know if the Hornets should be, as far as Jake Fisher is reporting them to be, out on Miles just yet. One team that you got to believe is going to be sellers at the trade deadline's got to be the Chicago Bulls. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many rumors swirling around that organization right now. It is absolutely baffling and stunning that this team, which was so good just a couple years ago after moving DeRozan, it's baffling that they're able to compete in games and even beat teams like the Milwaukee Bucks. Just to read a few of these rumors that I've heard of recent, the Athletic Sam Amick said the Miami Heat and New York Knicks are the preferred destination for DeMar DeRozan if he's traded. Yo Van Buha of The Athletic as well said Wednesday on the Hoops Tonight podcast, the Lakers want DeRozan or Caruso more than they do Zach LaVine. And speaking of Zach LaVine, NBC Sports Chicago reported that the Bulls general manager wants to trade Zach LaVine first before he fields offers for other guys because he wants to see what the roster looks like after a LaVine trade. All type of rumors swirling around the Chicago Bulls. None of them good, by the way. We don't hear anybody doubling down on their interest to want to be a Bull. It appears as though the players know there's a good chance that they're going to be moved. It appears as though they knew this was their last dance, and we are not talking about the 90s. There is no Michael Jordan a part of this rotation, no Scottie Pippen, no Dennis Rodman, nothing. None of them dudes are there. So we're talking about a team that's not winning games, but it's got rumors and all type of things swirling around them. You know what's crazy? They got rumors swirling around them as if they were the Golden State Warriors, right? If the Warriors right now decided to blow everything up, you would kind of understand it, right? They've won multiple championships. It appears as if, though, they've squeezed all they can out of all lemons not named Steph Curry. If the Warriors wanted to last dance it, then we get it. But the Chicago Bulls ain't won nothing, though, since Jordan left. They ain't won nothing. This is like sad how it's ending in Chicago when, again, 2 years ago, DeRozan and LaVine, do y'all remember those teams? Maybe I should post some highlights from that season. Bro, they were incredible to watch. Still fun now, but they lose a lot of the games they play. I believe Zach LaVine is going to get traded. That's what I believe. I think DeMar DeRozan is going to get traded if Zach LaVine gets traded. Now, I'm not so sure about everybody else. I see a world where the Bulls say, bruh, we want to keep Caruso around. He will sell a few tickets. I be seeing some Alex Caruso jerseys at Bulls games. You know, I think for sure, though, the big two is going to get moved. And then I think everything else is on the table. You know, the Lonzo Ball experiment is what killed this Chicago Bulls squad in its current iteration. The moment he went down, this team was never the same, and that is unfortunate. Y'all let me know which players from the Chicago Bulls do you think is going to get dealt at the deadline. My prediction is I think Zach LaVine is the one that sets this thing off near the trade deadline, and then I think DeRozan will end up on Miami or L.A. That's how I think it plays out. Let me know your thoughts on that one, though. It appears as though change is coming in the Windy City. A little LeBron news to close out this episode of the Hoops Ferro podcast. Kinda LeBron news. LeBron's longtime business partner and manager, Maverick Carter, has admitted that he bet on NBA games with an illegal bookie, according to the Washington Post. So Mav wasn't even the guy getting investigated. It actually was a bookie by the name of Wayne Nix, who was a part of a 2 years investigation. He made the admission to the feds that he did some things, and one of the people he made bets for was Mav Carter. Carter said he was unsure if he ever placed a bet on the Lakers. I'm sure you are unsure, which is the team that LeBron plays on. Apparently, Mav placed around 20 bets on NFL, college football, and the NBA, each bet ranging from around $5,000 to $10,000. Mav technically didn't break any NBA rules, nor was he charged. You remember the NBA doesn't want players, coaches, and league officials from gambling on games. They don't want agents betting either, but keep in mind, Mav is a business manager, not LeBron's agent. Rich Paul is LeBron's agent. I just want to clarify that out there. A lot of people get Mav and Rich mistaken. For my casual basketball fans out there, Mav is not LeBron's agent. He's his longtime business partner, and I believe he technically is his manager. I did see LeBron drop a comment on all of this news surrounding Mav. He pretty much said, hey, Mav is his own man. Obviously, this is a conflict of interest, right? When we just talk about the brand that is LeBron James, here's my thing. Clutch can't take the credit for all the greatness that is LeBron's brand, and then when bad things happen, they can't look the other way and act like the media is boo-boo the fool, right? Or the fans are boo-boo the fool. It don't work like that. LeBron is arguably the most influential athlete we have ever seen in the NBA. He's arguably that. which means he's got the power to know things not only about the Lakers, but any team he wants intel and information about. We give Rich Paul credit all the time for being one of, if not the best agents in the NBA, definitely over the last 7-8 years to come around. Okay, Mav Carter's got access to both of these dudes on a daily basis. So as a fan and as somebody that covers the NBA, I look at this as like, yo, Mav, maybe you didn't bet on the Lakers, which is, you said you didn't remember. All right, didn't remember. My thing is, why set your guy up for the kill like this? There's going to be a day when people are going to try to tear down the legacy of LeBron James. It's been pretty much a spotless legacy from, any type of negative PR about this man. The worst thing they ever said about LeBron was he went on national TV and told the world he was taking his talent to South Beach. I mean, considering guys like Mike and, look, y'all know Kobe's my guy, but when we want to have certain conversations as a Kobe diehard, I look the other way. Like, look, LeBron is a clean athlete. He's did it the right way, and I've always appreciated that about LeBron. But I just look at it as like, whether Mav knew about things within the Lakers organization or not, it's to me a bad look for LeBron's legacy for Mav to do this. Like, dang, this dude has been incredible his whole life. Man, and pretty much averaged 28, 8, and 8 his whole career. He done lobbed y'all up with his greatness to be able to do great things, which y'all have taken advantage of, and y'all deserve credit for. Mav and Rich and other guys around LeBron, y'all did y'all thing, and y'all continue to make money for LeBron and yourselves. Salute. But damn, can y'all not just stay? Can y'all stay away from betting? Can y'all not make the man look bad in any way possible? The man that lobbed y'all up literally with the legacy of a lifetime, the opportunity of a lifetime. Damn, don't do stuff he ain't even doing. Like, come on, man. The man then gifted y'all with great opportunities, and y'all done took advantage of them. I'm sorry, Mav. You got to be and I love Mav. Everybody knows I want to work with Mav Carter. I think the brother is brilliant, but I'm the truth is the truth. I look at this as a very bad look from Mav to the legacy of LeBron. Hopefully it's just that, but just little things like this, they're going to start to try to poke chinks in the LeBron James armor as his career continues, by the way. Come on, man. You can't do that. I want to thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support. Watching another Hoops Ferro podcast is oftentimes very long, but you did it anyway, and I thank you for that. I'm going to do some Christmas giveaways here in the next couple weeks just to show my gratitude to you guys for the love and support. Thank y'all so much. Time, love, and support is what I will never take for granted around here. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing.
Why build theirs when I believe I can build my own?
You've already done it, or I wouldn't be here.
I'm already the only elite sports and music journalist in the game today. My goal is simple, to be the best there's ever been. So, please don't go. Make sure you subscribe and follow the journey. It truly means everything to me. I tell stories. I talk music. I cover sports. I am culture. I am Ferro.